Now we'll start working here the ear, all right? So inside a magic ring, you will start working 4 single crochet. So inside the magic ring here, for the first round, 4 single crochet, okay? We will go through this ear slow because it's a small detail. 1, 2, 3, 4. So pull this yarn tight, closing the magic ring, and move on here for the second round, where you work 1 increase, 1 single crochet, repeat 2 times, and you should have 6 stitches, okay? So let's work here 1 increase, and 1 single crochet. So first repetition is done, going for the second. 1 increase, and 1 single crochet. All right, so we are at the end of round number 2, and you can see that it's curling outside. So let's just organize these stitches here so we have the right side facing out. Okay, and we'll move on here for round number 3. So you work 1 increase, 2 single crochet, repeat 2 times, and you have 8 stitches at the end. So this is my first repetition. So 1 increase, 1 and 2 single crochet. Now my second repetition, 1 increase and 1 and 2 single crochet. So we are done with the third round. Here you can see that I'm not adding my stitch marker, but if you are a complete beginner, add the stitch marker so you don't lose the count, okay, here in that stitch and on the last stitch. For the fourth round, you work again 1 increase, 3 single crochet, repeat 2 times, and you should have 10 stitches here at the end. So now here you got it, how it goes. Our detail is growing, so it's easier here to see the stitches and it's less complicated. So I'm starting here now my second repetition. So the increase 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we can see it's a bit bigger and it's nice looking. You see, we can see a pointed ear. So for round number 5, you work 1 increase, 4 single crochet, repeat 2 times, and you should have 12 stitches here at the end of the round. And I will work just the first repetition here with you, because the beginning you already got it, how it's done. So I don't need to go all the way. Okay, for the round number 6, you'll work 1 increase, 5 single crochet, repeat 2 times, and you should have 14 stitches at the end of the round. Okay, first repetition we work here together. Now work 1 more and I will catch you up for the next round. Here for round number 7 you work 1 increase, 6 single crochet, repeat 2 times, and you should have 16 stitches at the end of the round. And this is our last round for the detail. All right, so work your repetitions here and I will catch you up at the end. Once you finish and you have 16 stitches, count how many stitches you have. All right, you can cut this yarn, leave a little bit of tail for sewing. I will pull this yarn here to the back. This helps when we start sewing the pieces together later. And like this one, you make another one, and I make the other one in a different color, like this. Okay, super good. Now let's move on. We'll start working here the tail of the cat. Okay, so once again we start with the magic ring. So by now you should be a master of magic ring, and you work 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. Okay, the tail is very simple and it's super easy to crochet. It's just small, so maybe for some of you can be a bit annoyed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, pull it tight. And now what's gonna happen here is you will work round 2 and 3 with 6 single crochet. Okay, so 2 more rounds here with this color of yarn, and then we'll change the color of the yarn. All right, so our tail will be nice with some nice stripes. Here I will also double secure the beginning of this thread, and you can continue working on this. I will show you here the beginning because once again this is a small detail. There is no much more increases here. We will work with 6 single crochets all the way until the end. Okay, I just want to show you that when the details it's small and tight, the stitches tend to curl to the outside. Okay, so the wrong side is facing out. So here you need to organize a little bit your stitches. All right, and now you can see even the shape better. So what you're gonna do here is to make a color change once you reach at the end of round number 3, and this is how you're gonna work. You're gonna make 2 rounds with the color contrast, and 3 rounds with the color that you started. 2 rounds with the contrast, 3 rounds with the one that you started. Okay, this is how you're going to work until you reach 17 rounds. For round number 18, I will come back here. Super good. Now we can see it here. Round 1, 2, and 3 with one color, 4 and 5 with the other color, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. And now going for round 18, you will fold together. So you have 6 single crochet in total. When you fold it, you have 3 in one side, 3 on the other side. So for round 18, you will work 3 single crochet, okay? So here we go for the first one, which is the tight one, because they are very near to each other. And we are done with it. The second one here in the middle. And the third stitch at the end. Great. All right, so the tail, it's also done. You cut this thread, you leave a little bit tail for sewing later. All right, and now let's move on and start working the heart. This heart, it's so cute, it's very small, it's very nice to work. We'll start here with the magic ring. And you'll work 6 single crochet in a magic ring. All right, so nothing new here. You know how it's done. So let's work here, 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Now you pull this yarn tight. And we'll start working the next round. For the second round, you will work 6 increases, and you should have a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round. So work your repetitions here. Make 2 single crochet inside each stitch of this round. Count how many stitches you have. And I will move a little bit fast forward here because you know it already how it's done. Double secure the beginning of your thread. It's just always good to remember that. And now here for the next round, let me just add here my stitch marker. For round number 3, you will work 12 single crochet. Very simple, okay? So work here your 12 single crochet. And I will catch you up for the next instructions. So it's super easy. This crochet heart is so easy and so fast to work. I really enjoy it. Okay, so like this one detail, you will make one and fasten off completely. Okay, and the second one, you will not fasten off. We will continue working with the second one. Okay, so here you just grab one stitch from the finished detail and you introduce the loop of your needle inside this finished one. So we have two pieces, right? One is finished, the other one is not. We will continue working with this one. So for the fourth round here, you will work 24 single crochet. So you have 12 stitches from one side and 12 stitches from the other side. Okay? So work here your 12 stitches. I will move fast forward because I want to show you the other side. Once you reach on the other side, I want to show you that this stitch of the second detail, where you introduce the loop of your needle, you need to work one stitch there. Okay? So this is just what I want to show you. So this is one, and this is the first stitch from the other side, from the other detail. Okay, so count 12 stitches here. You should have 24 at the end of the round. For round number 5, you work again 24 single crochet. Okay, count how many stitches you have just to make sure that you grab all the 12 stitches from one side and plus 12 stitches from the other side. And this will be the last round with 24 stitches. You can see it here. It looks very nice. Now we'll start decreasing. In every round here, we'll start decreasing 2 stitches. Okay, so for round number 6, you will work 10 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 2 times, and you should have 22 stitches here. So I'll just move a little bit faster. Here is 10 single crochet until we reach the decrease. And we'll work here the first repetition together. So this is my first decrease. Work all the way around, and I will catch you up for round number 7. Great. For round number 7, you work 9 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 2 times, and you should have 20 stitches at the end of the round. So once again, let's work here the first repetition together. I will move fast forward. We have 9 stitches to go, and my decrease over here. That's great. Work your repetition again, and I will catch you up here for the next round. And so on we go. For the 8th round, you will work 8 single crochet, 1 decrease. You repeat 2 times, and you should have 18 stitches here at the end of this round. Remember to count how many stitches you have at the end of every round, just to make sure that it's all good and fine. We will be done with this heart in 3 more rounds. Very fast. Okay, so for round number 9, you work 7 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 2 times, and you should have 16 stitches at the end of this round. Okay, so let's work here the decrease. Super good. Work your round here, repeat 1 more time, and I will catch you up for round number 10. So here you will work 6 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 2 times, and you should have 14 stitches at the end of this round. And we have 2 more rounds to go before we finish. Okay, so this is my decrease over here. And you see the detail starts to get narrow and smaller. Make your repetitions here. I will catch you up for the next round. Great, now for round number 11, you work here 5 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 2 times, and you should have 12 stitches at the end of this round. And here, once we are done with this round, we will stop here for stuffing, okay? It's getting smaller and smaller. So first repetition here, I work with you. Now complete the second repetition. And then let's stop here fast just to add a little bit of stuffing material, okay? I like the shape of this heart. It's small and it's nice, even the shape, like the pointed part of the heart. Super good. This is looking great. Now for our last round, we will change here a little bit. So for last round, round number 12, you will work 6 decreases, okay? So it's one decrease following up by the other decrease, decrease, decrease. So 6 decreases we will work here. We will end up with 6 stitches at the end. And this is our last round before we start assembling the cat. Okay. So let's work here. You can cut this thread and we'll start fastening off. So you have 6 stitches, and so you need to grab 6 front loop of the stitches over here. And you'll see, because it's very small, it will be basically closed once you grab all the 6 stitches. Okay, that's great. Look at this. Very nice. Super cute heart. Okay, let's move on and start assembling this toy. So here you can see the back paws, the one with the 6, and here the one with the 5. Okay, 6 stitches here, and on the other side the same way. So the bigger paws are under, the smaller ones are on top. And you can use the heart here for you to find the best position. But of course, in the written pattern, there is the exact position in which round I'm sewing this, okay? Here I just want to show you here how you will sew this limbs. So here you have 5 stitches from the top paw, right? So you need to sew 5 times, okay? It's simple as it is. So you take 1 stitch from the body and 1 stitch here from the detail. So this is the second run, right? And that's it. It's that simple. Like 1 stitch from the body, 1 stitch from the detail. Super good. Here we don't need this anymore. 1 stitch here from the detail. And this is how you do it. All right, do all the way until the end. And here I want to show you that I like to do 1 stitch more over here. That is where I put this arm here more together to the body, okay? So this is just for secure. Because later on when you sew the heart, it will all be combined together. But I like to put 1 stitch here just to make sure that these arms are going to be nice and fixed in one place. Okay, I will bring this tail here outside, and what you're going to do is you will leave this here, don't cut it, because you will bring this tail once you finish sewing the down part in the same place, okay, like this, because then we will double secure here. We will make a tight knot, all right, and double secure this knot over here like this. So it's very nice, it's tight, and nothing's going to unravel here. Now we can hide this inside. And that's it. Now you have one side sewed and you can do the other side. One side here, other side there. Alright, now let's sew the ear. And it's very simple and easy. You see, this is the foundation chain that we started the body. And we will work all the way down here and all the way down here. So I will show you how to start, because it's basically the same thing. Okay, so you grab 1 stitch here from the head and 1 stitch from the detail. In this case, 1 stitch from the ear. All right, so here 1 stitch. And I like to do this process very slow, because if the piece that I'm sewing, it's moving a little bit, it's changing its place, it's just easy for you to erase or undo, you know, one part. Let's sew this all the way down here, taking always one stitch from the body and one stitch from the detail, okay? And count how many stitches you have. So we know that for the ears we have how many? We have 16 stitches, right? So you need to sew this 16 times. So just this is to keep it in mind, because if you skip one stitch, it can look a little bit off. Like you can see that something is wrong. So this helps you to be on the track. So you know how many stitches you have on the detail and how many stitches you should be grabbing, you know, when you are sewing. And that's it. You're going to repeat this, go slow, take your time. And you'll do the same process with the tail. Leave one of the pieces, you know, instead of cutting both of the yarns, leave one piece so you double secure. For the heart is the same process, you know, you see the paws here, you sew the heart inside of each of the paw, and again, you'd always double secure this to make sure that everything will be fastened and tight inside. Okay? The heart and the tail did not show you how to sew this because it's all the same. Alright? You need to have patience and you need to go slow. And if something is wrong, you do it again and again. This is the patient test. I always say that for amigurumi is the sewing part. Some people like, but if you're like me, is the process that I enjoy the less is this one. All right. Now here with the black thread, I will show you how I like to embroider the eyes of the toys. Because if you're using safety eyes, if you're using the plastic ones, you can check in the written pattern the exact position where I sew this. But if you're like me and you like to embroider the eyes, you can take a look in the written pattern and find the exact position, but this is how I do it. I make a bunch of straight lines, and then eventually these straight lines becomes a round line. All right? So this is how you should be doing. Now here, once you're done sewing, embroidering the eyes, we will do a little bit of the nose. Okay? And for the nose, this is how you do it. Like you make a triangle here, you embroider, you draw a triangle, and then when these triangle lines are done, you need to color them inside. Okay? So to color them inside, you will be making again lines. So you cover this and until you cannot see the color there is underneath. Okay? Alright, and now we'll work here this little mouth just under his snout. And it's very simple also to make. You make just 2 lines here, grabbing 1 stitch on the side of the snout, alright, of his little nose. Okay, this is very simple and how it should be looking like. I make it very fast because now you're going to just embroider 3 lines on each side and then the eyebrow. So those are the easiest ones to embroider. So you can see it here, and all the positions that I'm embroidering everything you have in the written pattern. Okay? With the white thread yarn, I will just bring some lights here to the eyes of this cat. Okay? Super good. And on the side over here. So even if you're using the plastic eyes or the safety eyes, this can be a nice touch, a nice detail to give. It brings some light, some sparkling to the toy. Okay, you leave the tail there so you can secure the thread. Super good. I will bring this to the back and then you just close super tight. All right. So that's it, guys. It's Chubby Love Cat. It's done. I hope you enjoyed this pattern, and I will see you next week. Bye!